offer you the advanced release of the Silver Eagle San Francisco label. So this, again, available for everyone at item number 887-956, $299.95. So tell me about this. Introduced initially in what, 1986? Something like that?
1986 was the first year of issue of the American Silver Eagle. We have several things at play here. First things first is the incredible limited edition of only 406. We need to have the quantity update on this is incredibly important.
Okay.
I debuted this. We spent a couple minutes at it, not that much, at 1 a.m. Sunday morning. That's the only other airing that we've had on this. This is my first kind of, everybody's awake airing that I've been able to do of this. So this is the American Silver Eagle done in proof with a San Francisco, not just San Francisco label, but with a San Francisco mint mark. As you mentioned, the American Silver Eagle's been made since 1986, since President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in 1985 is when he signed it. The Silver Eagle first came out in 1986, and it instantly became the most collectible silver coin on the planet today.
It still is, right,
It still is. Every single solitary year, this is the coin that everybody, not only in the United States, but worldwide, gravitates to. And since that time, from 1986 to today, there's only two different types that have been made basically every single solitary year. It's the mint state coin, of which they make 30 or 40 or 50 million, and then the proof coin, which they don't. In the proof SMint that you see right here, we're looking at maybe 200,000 coins. So not 2 million or 20 million or 30 million or 50 million. So of the proof Silver Eagles that the United States government is going to make this year, this is going to be the rarest. And so now you have this rarity. Now traditionally, they make a W mint proof Silver Eagle, which has already been sold out and released. We already did the advanced release on that in January, sold out instantaneously. It's gone. And they make the SMint. Traditionally, the SMint is not released until October or November. This year, for whatever reason, they released it in July. And as a matter of fact, this hasn't actually even shipped from the United States government yet.
No kidding.
And people are saying, well, how's this possible? Well, it's because of this, what we call the advance release. And I need to explain to you the advance release.
I was going to ask you about that.
It's the most, I think it's one of the things that is one of the most misunderstood or unknown things that are happening in the hobby today, even though it's been around for 4 years.
I'm sure.
Now, 4 years ago, the United States Mint went to their 12.5 biggest customers. I'm obviously one of those customers. And they said, here's what we want to do. Because we'd have to go into the marketplace and they would limit, to 3 or 4 or 5 per household. So we'd have to get, 500 people or 1,000 people or whatever it is. And then, it kind of messed the market up a little bit for us doing that. And they said, so here's what we'll do, is we'll give you an allocation of this before everybody else. It's lesser coins, okay, but it'll be rarer and more desirable and more collectible. But you cannot, contractually, we are obligated to not go into the marketplace and buy anything for like 30 days. And so what this did is it allows the collectors, if you want to get uncertified versions of this, just the regular coin, you can do that. But advanced release, there's literally only 18 people on the planet that even get advanced release coins. I'm one of those. And so the ANACS advanced release in the San Francisco label here, you can buy one place. There aren't 18 places to get this. There's one place, and it's right here at HSN. And this advanced release, I literally get the coins before the general public even gets there shipped to them. And so that's what becomes the difficult part of this. I get the coins before the release. I then have to get them to the grading company. The grading company has to take those and they kind of go in front of everybody else and they have to get them in holder before they're released to the general public. So that because there's no other distinguishing characteristics. So this advanced release has become the single most desirable and highly sought after designation of all United States coins. So now you've got the rarest proof Silver Eagle of the year, and the proof is the most popular amongst collectors, and you have it certified perfect. They always say, coin collecting isn't any collecting. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, whether it be dolls or it doesn't matter, sports cards, whatever it is. So this is certified perfect. It's the rarest coin, and then you have this designation that is the only only official designation by the United States Mint, the only official designation of when a coin is released. They have never done that before. We oftentimes sell first day of issue. We sell early release. We sell all of these things. That's something between us and the grading company and collectors. You know, we have our own set of rules. First day of issue, you know, the grading company has to get that, you know, in like the first 72 hours or so to be able to get first day of issue. But advance release, the United States Mint has nothing to do with any of that. This is an official designation by the United States Mint. And there are literally 12.5 people worldwide that can get advanced release. And not every coin that the United States government releases qualifies for advanced release. So now I have the most popular 1-ounce silver coin in proof with the San Francisco Mint in advanced release at $2.99. Now understand this process, the grading companies charge more for it. The Mint charges me more. For the coin uncertified and ungraded. And so it has become within these 4 years, and the problem is there's only 18 people that can do it. The numbers that they release to them are like 5, 6, 7, 8% of the mintage. And so there's not that many of them in the marketplace. People don't even know what they are. And as they've gained traction, as there's been more and more of these become available in the marketplace, then all of a sudden, now collectors are scrambling to get this. Well, this is the point source. This is the lowest price. This is the wholesale price. This is the only price that you can get at $2.99. For instance, they just did a silver proof set. So we took the Kennedy $50 out of the silver proof set, which is normally $49, $59, something like that. But in advance release, I had 200, an edition of 200, sold out here at $199 for a $50. We sold that out here in less than 10 minutes. And here's the thing. Once the advanced release designation period is over, and it is, there's no possible way to ever get any more of those coins. What's made is made. What's done is done. And so I think at this point, we're well under 300 coins available.
Yeah, we'll check with Rob to see what we have left.
That's very, very important because once...
Wow, 226.
Oh my goodness, these are absolutely flying out here.
And these are hands down the most valuable then because of all of that.
Because of all that. So understand the proof Silver Eagle is desirable and valuable and collectible in its own right.
On its own,
because it's the most desirable collector coin put out by the United States Mint every year. Hands down, absolutely no doubt. Then you want to get it in its highest grade, which is certified perfect. But then in that, so you've got, you know, all the Silver Eagles, then you have the certified perfect Silver Eagles here. This tiny little sliver, this tiny little tranche of collectability that is the pinnacle of modern issue collectability is advanced release. And it is so phenomenally difficult to get. Now, I know for a fact there's 18 dealers that were qualified to get SMints as an advanced release. Not all those dealers even took that. Can I ask you a question about that, though? Were you guguaranteed when you took them that they were all mint state? Oh, goodness, no. We just get them in the boxes just like anybody else. So your value understand, there's 400 and 406. I think I got like 1,000 coins. Okay, so now the rest of them are just... and the rest of them we didn't certify. So this is not only the best designation, but the highest grade, the most desirable, the cream of the crop. Okay, the race is on for these. Every single solitary way to gauge the collectability of a coin, this meets or beats all that. By the by, your beautiful box. We're still going to give you the Red Oak presentation box at $29.95. Yeah, we'll show that to everyone here. $29.95 value on that. That's going to come with this as well. Now, we're at 225 with everybody on the phone. I'm sure we're well under 200. These are gorgeous collectible boxes. As an FYI, look at that. The 8 p.m. show tonight. These will sell out. 100%. Whatever's left. And it might be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. It might even sell out now. With the way things, I think hsn.com might be your best place to go to be able to pick these up at this point. I understand so much more because I really didn't, probably like many, understand the difference in advanced release. If you want the best of the best in terms of value and collectability and everything, and particularly for the limited number and the handful of dealers like yourself who are able to get them. This is a huge opportunity. Even did that. And then in ANACS with the San Francisco, I'm the only one that can do that. So these are 100%. So you can, this is the lowest, absolute, positive, lowest price you can pay for this, 100% guaranteed. Understand that is incredibly, incredibly important for you as a collector. It's the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. You know, you call it anything that you want. And like I said, many people they'd never heard of advanced release because it is so rare. It's such rarefied air in the collector world that most people don't even know that it exists. And now, as we've started to get more things that are out there, like I have, you know, like the advanced release Morgan and Peace dollar set. You know,
I saw that.
I think we have that coming up later in this hour. Could be, which will sell out. I think we have like 24 sets.
Yeah, we have like
left.
20. Yeah, right. They're 26 or something like that.
26 sets, and of course those are never to be made again. Advanced release is done. It's gone. They've already shipped the coins. There's no more advanced release. So as people are starting to understand the process, and literally the Mint, first of all, they raised the price of the Silver Eagle by 20%. To account for silver. You and I were talking about the price of silver.
Yeah, we were talking about that. What, 7-year high right now?
7-year high. So the United States Mint has raised the price of all their silver coins about 20%. Then the grading company charges extra. They charge me extra beyond what they charge the public to get the advance release. Wow. And then it's become so desirable. And yet my price last year for these, at the lower price with everything else, was still $299.95.
And were those advanced or not?
Those were advanced. Yeah, I've been doing advance release for 4 years.
4 years.
For 4 years.
I mean, I guess I've just never understood it before.
It's really getting massive traction in the marketplace right now. This is really what everybody strives to achieve in their collectibles with this advanced release designation, because it is the single and only official designation by the United States Mint from the United States Mint of when a coin is released. It has never been done before. Okay, it has never been done before where the United States Mint said, they did it one time in 2021 when the first Silver Eagles came out. They did a deal where you get the first 38 boxes of them, like the first 20,000 coins. Well, just those regular Silver Eagles are like, I think they're $199, $249. We might have a couple of those. I mean, it was, but that was one single time, and then they started, and that's when they started doing, in 2021 is when they started doing this advanced release. And it has become, and I'd like to say it was an overnight sensation, but it was not. Because it was so rare that it just hadn't insinuated itself into the hobby at this point. The reasoning behind that is they were so few of them that people didn't even realize. We have a thing what's called population in the coin business. People say, what's the pop on that? So that means how many exist. Because each one of the grading companies release what's called a population report. How many of each coin they grade in each grade. That's called a pop report. And so what happens is when you're looking for the rarest of the rarest of the rare, that advanced release is there. And that's when collectors start doing that. They start looking at the pop, oh, here's this advanced release, and there's only this many, and there's only this many, and there's only this many. You know? And so when they start doing that, and you realize, okay, it's already the rarest proof Silver Eagle of the year. So tremendously desirable and valuable. It's being released. It's the last Silver Eagle release of the year. There's nothing for the holiday. So this is going to be something. So if you're looking for, you know, that gift for the holidays, and I know it's July. Yeah. Okay. Not that far away. I know it's July, but it's not going to be there in August or September, October, November, December. It's not going to be there because this is the last release of the year. The W advanced release is sold out. The burnished advanced release, the other type that they make, is sold completely out. We don't have advanced release on the Mint State coin. They don't do advanced release. And so this is the very last advanced release Silver Eagle that we are going to have for 2024. So now is the time. This is your opportunity. 100%. It is spectacular. It's one of the ultimate collectibles in the industry today.
And at a price of only at $299.95. Remember, you have your 3 flex pay. We have reduced shipping and handling on this one as well. 887-956 is your number there. So do not, whatever you do, do not hang up.